Greetings, Kindred. I am Voivode Maquette, and welcome back to our World of Darkness and another episode of Level by Level with the Blood Sorcery playlist. And today we're going over the level 4 power of Theft of Vitae. This is a power that I do not agree with as written at all. I think it is cinematically beautiful. I think it has a great description. I think that you can do a lot with this, but I think it is limiting on what you can do with it. In the old systems, it would work on humans, it would work on vampires, it would work on werewolves. You could pretty much do it on whatever you wanted to. In fact, there was no test if you just did it on random blood in a cup across the room. This was something that you could just do, that you should just summon blood to you. And it wouldn't leave a mark, it wouldn't leave anything, it wouldn't rip people open or anything like that. And I do love the visceral violence that they've added to this discipline. It does make it a lot more scary to use, and makes the Tremere and the Banu Hakim a lot scarier. But I do always associate this specifically with Clan Tremere. The book states, through mystical means, the vampire opens a wound in a major artery of a mortal victim, blood shooting out through the air in a stream towards the open mouth of the user. This has the additional effect of keeping the mortal subdued, as if it was in the throes of the kiss, and the wounds close by itself once the effect ends, whether the victim expired or not. This power is extremely spectacular and a potent masquerade breach while in progress, but once ended, leaves no traces. I love the description. I hate the fact that it can only be used on humans. It's only used on mortals. That makes no sense to me. Why is it called Theft of Vitae? When I understand Vitae is Latin for blood. I do understand it's theft of blood with Latin. However, Vitae has always been, in Vampire the Masquerade, a distinction between mortal and vampire blood. Humans have blood, vampires have vitae. I understand what the literal meaning is in real life, but in VTM, in Vampire the Masquerade, it has always been that way. So why is it called Theft of Vitae if you're only able to use it on humans? I don't care. In my game, we allow it to be used on vampires because it's so much more dramatic, and it gives the Tremere something to be feared over. And I understand the Tremere have a lot to be feared over, but that's the point. They've already lost their ability to throw fireballs, to build walls out of water, to talk to inanimate objects, to call lightning down from the heavens. They've already lost the ability to do all that stuff. Maybe it'll come back later. I don't know. As of right now, June 21st, happy summer solstice, by the way, 2022, the Tremere don't have the ability to do this. So why doesn't this work on vampires? My rant is over, and I will continue. The cost is 1 Rouse Check. That's awesome. Being able to just burn for blood once, to be able to rouse the blood one time, to be able to summon blood from across the room out of a vessel, that's fun. The dice pool is Wits plus Blood Sorcery versus Wits plus Occult. Another one where people who probably will not have Occult have to try and survive using Occult as a saving throw. I am not against that at all. I think that's great, and I think it shows that the more mystical knowledge you have personally adds to your ability to protect yourself against this. The system states, the user makes a beckoning gesture towards a mortal target in line of sight and rolls their Wits plus Blood Sorcery versus Wits plus Occult. A win opens an arterial wound, and the vampire can start feeding from across the room. A target wearing full body protection, such as a hazmat suit, merely bleeds ecstatically out into the suit. The user can do nothing else while feeding, but they can feed at twice the normal speed, at triple speed on a critical win, thanks to the sorceress pressure of this power. The duration, 1 feeding. I'm pretty sure that the one thing that we did change is that they were able to take the blood at margin of a vampire victim. I think that's the one thing that we did change, other than the fact that it could be used on vampires, is that on a human you could just feed because it was as if they were going through the kiss. On a vampire, you could only drain from them as much as you got from margin. Now, sometimes those margins were heavy. Sometimes those margins were heavy. You roll that, you could get a 5 and drain all the blood out of a vampire. That's fine, and increase their hunger up to 5. Which would suck for them, but it is what it is. That's how we did it. So I want to know, I do want to know, have you guys used this on Kindred yourself, or do you limit this to use on humans only? I am Voivode Maquette. This is Our World of Darkness, and we have just gone through Theft of Vitae, not Theft of Blood, Theft of Vitae, on this Blood Sorcery level by level playlist. Class dismissed.